Well, greetings, hello, and welcome back to the live stream series. Good to have you with us. A wonderful day. Still going through, I don't know. I feel like I was just, yeah. I feel like I lost my voice the other day or something. I don't know. Forget me. We're starting off strong. How are you doing today? Wobbly, good day. TCC, welcome in. Hello there. I always just realized it's like the first few words I speak in the morning, you know? With you beautiful beings. All right, well, let's get going. We have so much to do. A hotfix has come out, so the game should be even better than before. Let's go. The hotfix is mainly to tackle if you were having very big load times if you overloaded your workshop. We haven't overloaded the workshop yet, so I wasn't actually experiencing the big dramatic load times, but any improvement I will absolutely take. And look at this city. It's so cool. Sing, what's up? Welcome in. Got a 14-day stream on Duolingo. What language? Oh, the port area. That's so cool to look at. It's working, eh? That's so cool. Restoring goods. Oh, that's so wild. All right, so we are joined by the Surviving Mars soundtrack, which is outstanding. We have, as always, what feels like way too much to do. Quite a few service icons. Our poor city. But yeah, we'll just be like all over the place. Main things that we want to work on today is like clearing some icons. We want to start piecing together more of the port. I think the downtown needs a smidgen more to it. And then we got to think about, like, what's the rail expansion? What's our transit expansion? And then can we do more for the King Street pilot project? Oh, I did an art video. Man, Art Attack. Let's go, dude. Now, next few days off from work. All right, that means the games are getting booted up. The lights are getting dimmed. The coffee's getting made. Oh, that's a busy intersection, but, like, busy in a good way, though, eh? I think I'm going to add a third lane to this one here. And I'm going to give them a little bit more parking. Oh, that's a cool building, actually. I forgot about this one. I posted the Discord! Cool. Tag me. Where did you post it, eh? Tag me just in case I miss it. That's cool, man. Appreciate you putting some stuff in there. Yeah, I'd be curious what kind of video is it now? Ooh, would that fit in there and not create traffic? Rather, I don't know, eh? This feels like a bit of a gamble, just for the sake of it might create its own traffic, but that does kind of look like it like sits right there very well, eh? And then if you guys have any requests or any questions, we've made it this far into the series, and you're like, why don't you have this yet? You let me know. Easier to let me know live, of course. And oh my gosh, this controversial interchange, eh? I cannot fathom what we were up to last stream with this. It turned out great. Like, it's so much better than I thought it was going to be. But, like, in the middle of it, oh my gosh, eh? In self-promo, okay. Tag me still just to be safe. Because I am a forgetful boy, and I don't mean to be. Alright, well, let's just jump in, shall we? So, crematorium, we'll keep up with our death care. It's starting to just sink a little bit here. Still in acceptable numbers. Just on the outskirts of town. And is there anything we can do here to maybe, like, increase the flow of this? Okay, so you made it over the bridge. Bridge isn't too bad. We could expand this further. This is, of course, basically the only way in and out of the small town. Unless you're going the whole... I don't think you can even get down there this way. Yeah, officially these don't really... Well, they kind of cross. I guess they do. Alright, well, just a few more improvements as we go. But I had this radical thought today to maybe start putting in some of our metro. We had a little bit of a conversation starting with our metro last time we were playing this. Okay, a little bit more capacity for that exit. Might need one more lane there to help out, but... And I always feel like this is so, like, come on, you got the whole lane. Use more of it. There you go. All right. Okay, so death care, good. Should see those icons start going down. Let's go through it this way. So, expanding our electricity, that should be on the docket as we, like, kind of refigure the size and scope and, you know, scale of our dock area right here. We are importing way more than we're producing. Water's not terrible. Healthcare is good. Death care is better. Garbage isn't terrible. Fire coverage, not too shabby. Disaster control, not worried about that yet. That's on the docket, though. Police. Okay, we need a port authority. Gotcha. Yeah, anybody testing out the update? You let me know, eh? Were you entirely overboard with assets? You notice the improvement? Are you happy with Ice Flake? Let's back that up a little bit here, eh? Some loaded questions. Also, Wobbly, I just saw that you're, like, Irish Gaelic? We need Panda in here to test you out now, eh? Still waiting for console. Console, I don't know what the game plan is, but I don't think it's been, like, parked forever. So with Ice Flake kind of, like, you know, rock and rolling right now, we actually might hear something about it, eh? Oh, yeah, that Irish. Cool. I like that. My mom can speak a bit of Scottish Gaelic, which is similar enough that, like, they can have a little Gaelic conversation back and forth, my mom and Panda. It is cute. Okay. Welfare office. Very good for the needs of our citizens. Citizen Service Center looks fantastic. These are all things we can afford right now, too. So I'm just going to pop a few of these in. Man, look at this traffic starting to build, eh? Oh, you know what it is? It's the parking lot. Oh, nifty. Oh, that's cool. The parking lot's getting great use. Let's give these guys an option then if they didn't find a spot there to maybe park somewhere else. And this is close to transit too. This is like our new community-focused neighborhood coming together. We like it. Oh, Wobbly, I was just saying my my mom can speak a bit of Scottish Gaelic, and so my mom and Panda will sometimes chit-chat back and forth in Gaelic, but it's a little bit broken between the two. Let's do a one-way back there. And then no crossing. If you want to go for it, go for it. There you go. That's kind of cool. Okay, I like it. Yeah, so Crazy Talk. Like, do we want to try some Metro here, eh? Let's keep going through our services. Let's see where we end up with education and whatnot. But that is kind of a cool thought, eh? All right, so college, haven't put the campus down. That's going to be soon. But let's keep bumping elementary school. Where's capacity low? Okay. And yeah, I feel like it's a very ambitious thought just to suddenly be like, let's do it. But I think we need to put some more of the transit pieces in place here before city gets too much more expanded on. Okay. Where would a yard make sense? Maybe like in this pocket over here. That's 1.5 million. Oh my gosh. Oh no, eh? Okay, a little bit ambitious to start putting some Metro in right now, so I don't actually think that is the plan, but it could come to fruition as the stream unfolds here. But I think I'm going to zone a bit of taxpayers within the waterfront area, or harbor and ports. And let's just keep going, eh? I feel like it's tough to kind of like narrow down what you want to do when there's so many projects on the go here, but let us just build, my friend. Jay Dizzle, welcome in. Hotfix Day. How's it going? Oh, a cereal mill. That's nifty. Livestock processing. That's cool, too. We are, go figure, all over the place, as is tradition when we play Skylines together, but extra all over the place today. Music Harmony. Yo, what's going on? What up, dude? Welcome in. Just train coming in. Uh-huh. Oh, that's cool, too. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, what if that one wanted to go in there? Oh, I love it. Okay. Start cooking. I think we're in. All right, I suddenly got hit with it. So I think the key here is to have a distinctly different set of roads that feed into the port but don't connect to the port. And we are trying to get the little secondary entrance unlocked. But the game's like mechanics will break down if I connect like an actual road to this and then bork out the delivery methods. Oh, pretty good. Had a late soccer game. Oh, let's go, man. We getting back into that? A hard time sleeping, too jazzed up. The thrill of the win. Yeah, see, that's cool, especially if that goes over to the side entrance. But then I feel like the argument can be made that we might need like a double deck road or something to like still access this. I love that you can double deck the roads. I think that's such a cool feature. Very Seattle. This 2-lane Port Gate Road. Yeah, see, that's kind of cool. It's a little bit more connectivity. We can build out what would feel like a little wall system. This should be able to go over top, connect into this as a secondary. But yeah, I feel like what would today's like major episode milestone be? We did have a suggestion. Wow, literally all over the place here. Yeah, but whatever. We did have a suggestion to make a uh, an island prison, which is a crazy thought right now, eh? But it's something to kind of like, you know, wow and jazz us so I can like have a clickbait thumbnail for what we've been working on today, right? No, we lost pretty badly. And our average age is somewhere between like late 30s. My other team was 20s. Listen, that's no excuse. What are you trying to say? I'm late 30s. Best shape of my life. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay. So this becomes the back entrance to the port when we get that unlocked. This is a little bit more connectivity, and then we should probably have like one more piece of the port kind of come out here to make it seem like there's boat stuff. And that can be where like maybe the ferry can connect. Nixu! What's up, dude? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Cool. All right, a little bit more of a port area. Energy drinks. Oh, who doesn't like those, eh? Oh, yeah. And coffee isn't strong enough for the average person. Yeah, that can fit in there. Furthermore, for my conversation on the prison, my goodness, forgot the word already. That would make sense because we have more or less the budget for that, and we've got like the tile somewhat purchased. Yeah, basically like Alcatraz style, eh? I don't know. This is one of those moments where, like, I want to be, like, 3 or 4 more streams in so I can kind of see how much further we are, right? I tried one energy drink once, did absolutely nothing. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. I don't say press X to know, but you're the one human where caffeine is like, ah, whatever. We'll give this guy a pass. Oh my gosh, eh? I'm gonna 3-speed this for a second. I wonder if this is just because we zoned so much just recently, like all the new industry coming in to get it's like initial delivery drop off, or yeah, what is Alcajazz instead of Alcatraz? So I was trying to decipher what you meant, eh? Romy, hello, Ghost Jedi. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's garbage trucks and delivery trucks. And that is too tight of a turn for them to do this correctly, eh? Let's hybrid this thing, eh? Oh gosh. Let's see if that maybe actually makes a difference or not. The thing is, we don't really have a lot of jazz music playing these days over here. You remember the jazz free radio station? I like that one from Cities 1. All right, well, clearly the roundabout is the superior option over here. Clearly. We have just kind of pushed our traffic congestion across the street. So I don't know if these guys also need a roundabout, but Port-K, no. All right, clear the backlog. Can we 3-speed life for a bit? No, what do you mean? You can't always be hoping for the future, because you'll miss the now. In the same sense, you can't just be longing for the past, because, you know? What about the roses in front of you to stop and smell, you know? Okay, it looks like just zoning all of this new industry, all these guys here are just getting, like, their first round of delivery so they can be functional. And so we'll just kind of like maintain present heading over here, but quite a bit of traffic coming in, eh? Oh, thanks, eh? Oh, a little bit obvious there, buds. Okay, forget it. Forget it. A particle board. Trying to fill in more of our dock area. Casting fabricator. That's cool to pair with that bad boy there. Stop and smell the roses in this economy? Listen, sir, this is one of the last free things we have, all right? Going out enjoying nature, okay? Make that into a fancy little turnaround point here. Okay, don't worry, have faith, have faith. Oh, I have faith, but a little bit of just a little bit of traffic, eh? Just a bit, just a wee bit there, buds. And then you also want to connect through. And then you can turn around if you want to. Okay, so that should be ample room for like the entirety of the ports. Some of this needs to be scaled back a little bit, just so we can kind of blend the grids together here. And then I'm gonna monitor, but this is very like sketchy for how much traffic we're getting right now, right? But I do believe it's like the initial buildings just getting some storage, getting some goods coming from the region, from some nearby businesses, you know? So let's not sound the alarm just yet. Okay. And the funny thing is, in the amount of time I've been sitting here stressing about whether we can do it or not, we've accumulated enough money that we can actually go ahead with the metro yard. So Operation Everything Goes continues. I don't know, I always feel like before the stream starts, I'm like, oh, let's work on this, man. You know what I mean? Stay focused. Let's do this. Oh, that's a great idea. We're 2 seconds in, and I was like, what did I want to do? And then you just see, you know, the heat of the moment hits you, right? And all of a sudden you're building the metro yard out in the outskirts of town, right? How is the map so big? Bogdan, welcome back, dude. For me, the map not big enough, eh? Like, the map is plenty large, but it is not large enough for me. I don't know how to describe that. You either can build one supersized city with maybe like a little bit of regional stuff, but I can't quite do what I want. And I'm hoping that in the near future there is some kind of city builder that is like an actual world. And it needs to run maybe on a server to help you, like, you know, process the computing aspect of it, right? But Vince, what's up, man? Welcome in. Hello, hello. All right, so trains. Trains and metro, you got it. So that train has to come through here, connect to that. An elevated metro station or an elevated train station paired together, or like, you know, one up, one down would be really helpful. Some of the train stations can get a metro upgrade to them. Can't you unlock like 4 times the size with the rest of the tiles? Yeah, but like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not enough though, eh? Like, this is a massive playing field, as you can see, but, like, I want this dead space. I think there might be mods for that, but I think your functionality gets a bit wishy-washy, but what I'm very hopeful for would be, like, imagine, like, 3 or 4 mega cities of this size with ample room in between, so it makes sense to have, like, high-speed rail and, like, you're basically just building a country, not just a city. Okay. And so this is big box land / transit zone. Buy these tiles. That's all of our money. Well spent, though. All of our money well spent. And then does this somehow line up? Die Hard, what up, dude? I am well today, but Skylines has me, like, all over the place. I don't think it's good or bad. It kind of is. I always have these, like, ambitious plans and ideas with, like, what I want to do with this game, and then it seems like the game's like, no, I'm actually in the mood to do this, thanks. And then you just kind of go with the flow, and it's, like, not a bad thing at all. I have a very radical thought right now. Where's your one-way corridor? Okay. Does your one-way corridor want to continue? It does. Thank you for asking. And given that this goes to here... Sorry, people that were just driving right there. There should have been procedurally generated maps. Yes. I'm a big advocate for that with a seed that you can share. The workshop is fantastic. The vanilla maps ain't half bad, but there's not really enough variety to them. And fundamentally, this game just kind of, like, lacks variety when it comes to, like, the assets and all that stuff. So to help kind of, like, you know, make the cities feel more, like, real and not just everyone's city's the exact same. Because you really only have so many buildings, so many, like, skyline, you know, pieces you can put in that makes your city feel unique. Road layout is a tough one, especially if you're going for, like, a gridded city. But how do you, like, set your city apart so it feels, you know, feels yours? And I think, like, making a map is a bit intimidating, not impossible. More and more of these streams, I see more and more what I want to play. But I know that I will inevitably run into a common problem. No, just, like, slow and steady. I feel the same way too, eh? You don't want to do something where the city kind of, like, gives you ick. I run into this, literally the same problem. And it's just fighting through it. And in real life, there's not this, like, perfect run. You can't always wait for this, like, perfect set of circumstances to do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, don't let perfection be the enemy of just progress or good. Or whatever that statement actually is. You know what I mean? If you're always waiting for the stars to align, it's just, you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. Gotta go out there and live sometimes. I feel like cities is kind of like a weird snapshot of that. And then nothing's really set in stone. Like, stuff evolves, intersections evolve, people evolve, buildings evolve, the thought process evolves. That's very interesting. I think that's a polite way of saying that looks ugly. No. I think that looks interesting. Yes, please elaborate on that. No, thank you. I said it looks interesting, and that's what you get. Oh, okay. I believe she's an intersection that only a mother could love, right? Oh, get out of here with that. That is nifty. Okay, if you say so. Negative for financial issues, like, don't be afraid to set taxes a little bit higher. Like, people should pay less if they're not earning, you know, as much, just like common sense theory. So if you're highly educated, you're some rich doctor out there in your mansion, just pay a little bit more. If you're up and coming, fresh out of school or whatever, yeah, you pay a little bit less, right? So keep our people happy. That's the main thing. Always want people coming in. And then commercial, that just sells the goods people buy, right? We shouldn't really be punishing them too hard. What we want to punish, though, is people that are making pollution in that process. So I've got, like, some, polluters a little bit more heavily taxed, but more or less our scale is between 8 and, like, 14's pretty wild. But 8 and 12% is pretty decent for taxes. And then when it comes to your services, whatever is the most expensive, if it's not getting fully used up, lower the budget. I always forget to raise the budget back up. I actually put another school down. And we're just going to check for things like the school in this tab over here. So what's our capacity? What's our eligibility? Are we in the green? Do we have some room for growth here? I've just put down a fresh school and bumped up our education budget. So that should be good. And if this was like so far deep into the green that you're just paying for like schools to be empty and teachers to talk to like no one, that's not efficient, right? That's kind of the thought process there. And then, like, if you are little Johnny living in this building and the only elementary school is the other side of town and no one can drive you, or there's no bus route or something, like, that's not very convenient, right? So spreading that stuff around. And then loans are dangerous, but loans can sometimes kind of like help for the short term, maybe get you to another milestone, and milestones get you money. And so help me God, this is just the craziest set of traffic I've seen, eh? Oh my God. Have faith, Mr. Jedi. Have faith. I do, but oh my God. This is why we need the back entrance opened up, eh? Yeah. So I need to physically move goods through here to unlock, like, more things. Okay. Medium tank farm. Gosh, this is such a cool thing. And all this stuff just gets used. Like, this will literally store product for me. This is such a fun way to play. Some tanks for storage. Let's get another facility down here for storage. Cargo container yards. And that fits tremendously well in there, doesn't it? No way, dude. Oh, that's cool. At the launch of the game, this is something that really felt like it was missing. Oh, my heaven, that's so cool to look at, eh? And then you need a boat. Thank you. Not you. They say if you're a boat owner, the two happiest days of your life are the day you buy your boat and the day you sell your boat. I don't understand that because I'm not one for, I'm not shopping for a boat. But I hear that they are a little bit of a money pit. MJ Haas, just, yep, true. Oh, my days. I feel like the real, like, meta, if you own a boat, is you gotta, like, rent it out. A little bit of, like, Airbnb, but boat style, you know? Just slightly. All right, well, let's give her the old green light. It's not in, perfect order here, but she's running well enough. And if we get some goods moving, we can upgrade this. And if we upgrade this, we get more tools to work with, and that's fun. I like unlocking stuff, don't you? Hell yeah, dude. That's right, watch your language. Oh, HE double hockey stick, sorry. It's a wholesome Christian Minecraft stream after all. Right, sorry. And like dock fees and like, like gas, you know what I mean? Like, oh gosh, you know what I mean? Holy moly, that is so much traffic. Does that boat turn around comfortably? That's a little bit sketchy, but doable. Okay. Have we moved any material through here yet? No. Transported goods by ship from port. Oh, my heavens. So we got to make stuff for the boats to take then to sea. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of these maps are way too complex to make... Should have a flat map. They did add a couple flat maps. A lot of the feedback was that the maps were kind of kooky, so they did add some free maps as part of some update like a year ago. And then, of course, the workshop is literally free. You can go absolutely nuts there. Very few workshop items are going to be dependent on DLCs. But I think like they did miss the mark by not having procedurally generated maps with a map seed that you could share, that you could edit yourself if you wanted to. Or create your own map that also has like a shareable seed. Oh, they're coming in from the small town. Oh, that's interesting. So that means you guys need another... Oh, wow. Can we... Wow. I'm tempted to rebuild this so that we have another way into. Interesting. So many layers to the city. Yeah, it's mainly the maintenance costs, taking the boat to the shop for repairs. Not cheap. Boat parts are also 2 to 3 times more expensive than auto parts. Yeah, that is crazy. Well, I'm not shopping for a boat, so these are all things I don't have to worry about. Oh my, though, eh? All right, I could just watch this forever, dude. It looks so cool. And then a fabrication unit. That also is nifty. What goes through there? Maybe another set of train tracks to make it seem like there's a like a faux rail yard right here. That is something that I don't know if there's a plan or what, but if you could have static trains parked on some of these tracks right here to add for realism. That would be phenomenal. And let's run one more road down here so we can key wall that too, and then connect these ones together. The port, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but not too bad though, eh? And we were talking about maybe getting some people portion to it, but... And I don't know, I think this is getting better, but I can't really tell, right? I think I'm too close to the project emotionally here. This looks like it's better, but that's a lot of traffic, eh? Oh my days. Listen, I'm going to put some traffic lights. Everyone's going to be happy. Bob is your uncle. Don't worry about it, all right? Looks awesome. Thanks, man. I always just worry I'm like, you know, blowing hot sunshine in my own butt right here just to be like trying to stay positive, and maybe I'm too close emotionally to the project. This is actually a train wreck. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Who's got the heart to tell him? He's just so happy. Yeah, that road looks great. You're like, oh, dude, you know? Oh, poor kid. What do you mean? Oh, my God. Oh, dear. I don't think we need this much wall-to-wall industry. I think I'm going to maybe toss in a yard or something here. Small bulk storage. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that is cool. Oh, that's cool. Yup. Very nifty. And then still a little bit of room for some signature buildings, which is fantastic. And I think I wanted that one in here, but I'm kind of low on space. That's great from my heart. Vitarn! What up, man? Vitarn, welcome to the YouTube stream. How's she going? Maybe that one's in there, just to kind of pair with that guy. Yeah, these seem like they're one big unit of teamwork. Yeah, like one good passes from one to the other. And I'm going to try not to stress, but oh my God. No, no, no. Don't worry. This is all apparently going to plan. Oh, is it? No, I've got a curveball. Oh, you do? No, I do. Watch this. Okay. So instead of bringing everything out by truck, what if the trains were attached? And then what if the trains were actually working too, eh? So this is a big ask right now. What I'm hoping is that the signal here will stop trains from getting too far in. And then there should be enough room to queue one train in here. And then that's one-way track, so they should just kind of go in and go out at their leisure. But there should be enough room for the trains to all be happy. And then, oh golly. That one maybe wants to go into the small town. So we have a little bit of like industry pickup in here. Otherwise, these are all connected. That interchange could be changing. Oh my gosh. Point though is that we actually have enough to get going with this now. Jose, what up, dude? It wasn't me. How we doing? Vitarn, I'm all over the place right now, but our focus has pushed us into cargo and rail right now. Otherwise, this is like a few streams in. We have a separate city that we're doing different from Twitchland. And I'm trying to like recreate some of our OG Cities 1 feels. I think the game is like finally in a spot where like this now feels like correct. And it's always been fun. I always want to stress that. It's always been fun, but the addiction cycle is like so much more dangerous now. Is this going right to the port? Oh, dude, hell yeah. Cargo Railway 1. Yes, dude. No way. Cool. We did like spend just enough effort making this little thing come together as a tri-stack that it looks cool, but if the evolution of the city is saying that we need to create a new interchange there, I'm for it, eh? Well, wherever you guys are tuning in from, I hope the day is treating you well. And if you're watching the VOD, you're in the future. How is it? That's exciting. Don't leave us behind. Oh, that is so cool. That boat coming into on the horizon. Happy Tuesday. Oh, it's Tuesday, bro, isn't it? Look, it's our first train going into the port. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is so cool. Cut out the middleman. Come in right by train, eh? Now, do you have goods yet? Or what are we prioritizing here? A little bit. Okay. All right. We're actually bringing just like a smidgen of goods out, too. Oh, cool. Hyperwolf, I appreciate you getting caught up, eh? Hope you're having a good day, too. So, episode 2 of the series, just, called to check progress. Came and check progress. Welcome in, dude. We're making good progress here. I don't want to spoil much, but I feel like I'm a little bit over, I'm over the top. I'm all over the place. I have too much fun. So I'm glad we're restricting ourselves to the 2-hour thing, because I feel like I could just be in a circle for, like, Played this game yesterday. 20 minutes in, got out. It wasn't CS1. That was the problem, eh? I don't know, man. Like, the first few times I booted this up when it was, like, very early access, I had what felt like buyer's remorse. And I had this game for free to try out. And I think for me, I was just, like, expecting Cities 1, but just running better. And it was just enough of a, like, change that it feels like a different game, but it fundamentally feels like a Cities product. And then it just took me, like, a few more play sessions to get used to, like, the main difference for me was, like, how do you build the, the road and the rail. Once I started getting a feel for that, I cannot go back to Cities 1. Cities 2 is just slightly better, and it has been since launch. It has obviously some issues with it, but like the balance of that scale has tipped so far now towards CS2. But CS1 is a gem. It forever and always will be, but it now feels like I'm kind of going back and playing like old school SimCity. It feels like a nostalgic throwback game from a different generation. And so I just cannot go back. May, welcome in. Hello, hello. And then today was another hotfix, and it runs like better than the last patch, which was making it run better than the patch before. Very dangerous, this game. Very addicting. That's so cool, too. Look, so anything that's green is starting to actually get, like, real stuff in here, eh? Oh, well, that's fast. Whoa, that's cool. You can see the, whoa, interesting. I like it. Very nifty. Dom, what up, dude? Too many projects, not enough time. My God, yes, that is a theme. I'm just like watching little ants zoom around and do their work right now. This is so cool to see. Okay, have we made progress for unlocking our side gates? Transporting goods by ship from port still says 0. No, no, no. What do you mean 0? What are we doing here, eh? We got a warehouse. Maybe to help out a bit more. Looks like this is now going to be extended slightly. Does it need to be extended? I don't think so, actually. Oh, I forgot. The game has a sense of humor. That's right. For some bizarre reason, the land doesn't want to be, like, removed from here. So I think our trick for that was to use a pedestrian pathway. And then kind of, like, force a faux quay wall there. Mr. Chase, welcome in. Hello, hello. And then, yeah, see, like, why is that one such a clean asset, right? Nice smooth lines there, but then, like, yikes over here, eh? Alright, we'll give this a hot second. Cargo cranes. What does that do for us? Increase the speed at which loading and unloading takes place. Okay. Looks cooler, too. Yas! What up, man? I used to watch your CS1. Green City! Let's go! Oh, my days. Yas, welcome in. I'm trying to, like, recreate some of that nostalgia. We're a few streams in, so obviously hang out, or if you want, go get caught up on this, right? But I'm doing 2 hours at a time, Tuesdays and Fridays, to jump back in. I know this is kind of like fake YouTube videos because we're recording them live on the spot, right? But I miss the YouTube side of the world, you know? And the streams here are just very different than what we produce over on Twitch, and so it's nice to have some different content, I think. And it's nice to have you back, dude. I hope all is well. I hope the school and everything went well, eh? Like, life goes on. We're, like, married with kids now, right? Or something. Alright, I'm not going to stress about the traffic in here. I'm just going to let it churn. I'm going to keep it on 3-speed, because we do need, like, physical goods in and out. Money is astronomically climbing. Like, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, there, buds. We can even buy some silly downtown monuments. It's all coming together. I think at the start of the stream, I was a little bit worried because I didn't know what to do, and we didn't have the money, and I was, oh, you know? But then you get your rhythm, and all of a sudden you're just flying. And it is jazz. All right, so speaking of jazz, are we doing Alcatraz? Alcatraz? Alcatraz. Davis, hello there. I don't know, is this controversial? Or is this fun? Prison Island, baby. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, well, there's your prison. Is there a hockey rink asset? Yes! So Ice Flake is the new publisher. Or, sorry, Ice Flake is the new developer. Paradox is still the publisher. They've had 2 successful big patches. And they've had 2 successful big little hot fixes to the patches. So the game is like rocking and rolling. Plays better. Visually looks a lot better. That's all wins. And they've added, as kind of like a fun little homage to Ice Flake. Ice Flake Arena, baby. Finally, some hockey. And so this is located next to our downtown university campus. In the beautiful waterfront. And this is out of nowhere. One of my favorite little intersections in the whole city. I have no idea how to describe why I like this so much, but this right here. The tram, the waterfront, the roundabout. Oh, the roundabout's the wrong roundabout, you goober. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. What did you do here? Oh, no. Hang on. Also, that street is caborked. No, no. You need the roundabout that has like the grass so it can make the concrete. Oh, yes. There you go. There. Magnifique. That's so cool. And that just goes like forever, what it feels like. And then we've built the King Street pilot project in City Skylines. Very nifty so far, but we should get a little bit of traffic along here to kind of test it out. Oh, I love it. Coming up Millhouse. All right, back to 3-speed. Let's figure out this prison island. All right. I meant to rotate that a bit, not just blindly plop that down. Well... Perfect. And then how do we get to the island? Is it going to be like a sneaky tunnel? And then try to make it seem like, you know, in air quotes, there's a ferry? No matter what happens, it needs services. It needs a, you know, point of connection for water and all that jazz, right? So a ferry would be cool, and a ferry would feel Alcatraz, wouldn't it? But can you make little, oh gosh. We could have little, yeah, little ferry stops, right? And then narrow boats? Is that the meta now? I think so, right? Where is that stuff? Transit? No. Not transit. Oh, yeah. No, but you have it, though. Oh, okay. Well, then what do I need here? Probably a ferry depot so you can spawn the vehicles, and then you get the stops after. And so this is what we were thinking about adding kind of to the mix. Steven! Welcome in. How we doing? Steven, ahoy hoy. Yang, what up, man? Once the city is done, you finish building with vanilla, then you go heavy on workshop. Agreed. Agreed. I was talking to some of the modders yesterday on Twitch, actually. And quite a few people are early access. This will be like a little bit of the bigger name mod folks. So there is hope. There is hope. And like today... Like, I haven't gone too hard on the workshop content, and the big hotfix for today was to help your load time if you are. And so I feel like this is kind of like, well, the stars are starting to align, my friend. You might need some workshop content. So, you know, I don't know, eh? I don't know. I think variety is the spice of life, and, you know, a spicy life is a fun life, right? Oh, gosh. I don't know. All right, so that is a ferry depot, looking very fresh. And then we're trying to still build up, like, the old port. Oh. A ferry stop featuring a small gate and a pier, and it goes along your quay walls. What? No, that is so pleasant. Oh my gosh, that's very Vancouver. Oh my goodness, this game. You have a shoreline one? Oh my gosh. Oh my heaven. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out hard right now. This is very cute that this is still around, eh? Our little, I'm gonna move this thing. Goodbye, friend. What have we built today? Steven, quite literally like everything and nothing. I am, as is tradition, all over the place, of course. A little bit more so today than normal, which is, of course. And I was kind of worried we were going a little bit too wide with what we were up to, but it suddenly is starting to click right here. So the port area got beefed up. It wasn't necessarily the plan, but it just suddenly happened. There was some talk about doing some metro, which somehow just led to us moving into some direction of trains, which then led us here. And then we put down some more signature buildings. We have some more functionality, storage, and all that jazz out of the port. We connected more roads together. And our goal right now is to start churning content in and out of here so we can unlock more. But I'm not quite sure how and why, but it says transported goods by ship is still 0. So we'll figure this one out, but I feel like it is somewhat steps in the right direction. So boats work. Is this the correct workage? I don't know. I don't know just yet, but we're trying here. Budget very healthy, so we can afford some downtown stuff. That's leading us to our Prison Island project. And then just trying to get rails in a bit more connectivity to small town and port. Trying to merge these two zones together, but like doing that with a second entrance. I don't know, man. Just stopping to enjoy the view, too. My god, this game. Oh, heaven. Do you need to use the non-vanilla port cranes and such? I don't know. Like, I don't think this is incorrect, because it is technically talking to all this, is it not? But then it's not really... Intermodal train enhances cargo. I don't even know where this goes, dude. But, like, if I wasn't using this, what would I use, you know? Oh, emergency response. Oh, that's cool. So I might need more research, but I've seen some boats go in and out, but I don't think we've actually made a dent to this. That's okay. We're in no rush. Keep having to remind myself of that, eh? No rush, dude. No real rush. Alright, so back to trying to figure this out, eh? And I just geeked out so hard over, like, figuring out how the ferry boats work. And we're making Alcatraz Island. Alcajazz, as Wobbly called it. Who, what game lore is it? Alcantara. What is that? Is that, The Expanse? Is that Le Poisson Steve? The one and only. That's him. Celebrity status. Yeah, the world's a small place, dude. In a very fun way. Okay, I think these two want to connect with maybe the wider street. Because that still has to maybe, like, carry a bus or something over. There's a game called Docked. Is that the one where you're, like, Euro Truck Sim, but it's, you know, you're unloading and loading ships or whatever? Oh, magnificent. And then maybe roundabout that one for the vibe. That is the one, eh? Yeah, that looks interesting. I feel like those kind of games, if you play that, it would help you with your port construction meta. Yeah, that's looking nice, dude. Oh, you know what I did not do again today? Oh my gosh, every single time. I forget to do the, and my, buttons are borking out again, tier 2. I need the continuous slope option. But, there it is. There's some mod conflict that eventually will get fixed. I'm not too stressed right now, but every once in a while my, like, icons disappear. But the continuous slope is very helpful. I still feel like the big problem, if you were to, like, you know, focus on the negatives, which is, you know, sometimes a fair thing to look at for critical purposes, but the negative elements of this game, it's very tough to build on a hill. It's very tough to build on, like, an angle. So if you're, like, not zoning a perfect box, how do you fill this empty dead space in correctly? There is a little bit of, like, you know, I don't know what you call them, right? Like little fillers, like little, you know, I don't even, what are they called? I don't even know where they are. Like these things here, surfaces, thank you. So you can fill these in, but I don't really know if this is exactly what I want, right? I don't think this is a terrible approach. It's just not, it's not quite it. And then if these buildings do end up, like, you know, changing owners or whatnot, it's kind of like, you know. So definitely steps in the right direction, but it's not quite there yet. And then the game does give you quite a few tools, but you don't really get, like, strong enforcement of that. Like, you know, no left is sometimes a suggestion. You know, no straight, I'm going to pull a U-turn anyway. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, all right. And then what's the next evolution of this, right? Like, why can't I control it so that this is the only lane that turns? That's a straight lane. Why don't I have advanced traffic lights as an option that's toggleable, you know? Hipster! Hipster, you get the postcard yet? Yeah, filling dead space with trees, right? That's the Cities 1 meta. And I love that the trees grow up. This is our very first, like, big intersection right here. So we're kind of, like, going back in time and looking at this. And, like, look at how beautiful that looks. We preserved the Heath Pub. That's very nice. Traffic's still not great over here. Try as we may, try as we might. Still need a few more connections on Porter, Washington, but... I had to scoot to the dentist and miss saying hi to everyone. Well, hello and welcome back. Good luck at El Dentiste. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of it. And then, like, the last big glaring thing with Cities is it's very North American centric for roads, for buildings, for designs, for maps, for everything. So I'm happy because I build North American cities, but that's kind of it. Traffic's funky. Restrictions are kind of questionable. Can't build on a hill. Can't build on an angle. Still very addicting, though. And if you have not played in a while, it is the best this game has ever been. And if you don't believe me, just jump in and try for yourself, eh? Okay, so this is Old Port. Ferry terminal... Can this be snapped to the edge, though? Or would that be, like, conflict for road? That's conflict for road, okay. So what about then sideways? Oh, that's neat. And this can be a lookout point. Look out! Huh? And again, the game just hates us. That's okay. We love the game. Love-hate relationship, I think. Better. And then I can fix this, in air quotes, fix this by making both sides of it a key wall. And then we just live with that, but whatever. Started again on Saturday. Want to go back today, but I have a huge dog in my lap. Is this for, Davis, for playing this? Or just going back to the dentist, eh? Okay, well, that's not half bad if we're trying to pretend like boats still come in here. Okay, and then that gets key walled. Pleasant Street! Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so pleasant. Y'all, you know who got Skylines and is going to be taking the plunge to play? A certain panda in chat. Played on Saturday. How long a break in between? Oh no! Whoopsies. Please give me an undo key. No undo for you. Wait a minute. What happened over here? Why are you crooked? I don't know. Maybe it just is. Oh. You can tell how it is because of why it is. Sure. What? I do want to stress, like, this game just started as a little bit of, like, what felt like an early access launch when they were, like, you know, in denial of that. But the game's always been fun. It's always been addicting. It just, you've been hitting the wall sooner than you want because something's kind of like, ah, that's silly, you know? Whether that's a build style or some, like, uncanny valley moment where you're like, ah, that just kind of makes it feel weird. I'll play again tomorrow, you know, that whole... But if you somehow have avoided all that, like, this is the time. Like, pick up the banner, start drumming the drum beat, you know? Tell your friends, Skylines back on the menu. Rapture's played a lot of Docked. I don't think I've ever seen his content. I do know who he is. People suggest some collabs and stuff, or, like, bring him up in conversation, but I feel like I live in a wall off, like, you know, world sometimes when it comes to content. Okay, so this needs a sneaky beaky tunnel to make it seem like, you know, it's not connected. Sorry, do you not know how to tunnel? Like, is this just... Oh! It's my fault. I'm Taylor Swifting out here. Pipster, you got it? No way! Pipster! Hooray, the system works. Okay, where does this connect to you? That's like, oh, sneaky. And I'd be like, oh yeah. It'd be like right here, eh? The Toronto postcard. Hell yeah, dude. Hipster, we love you, dude. Make a Shake It Off concert. Taylor, world president. Oh my god, world president Taylor. Swift addresses. Yeah, right. Addresses. Can you speak English? Not most days. I just get too excited. Becoming an ongoing issue, but... No, I need to hide this road, like, literally in plain sight here, eh? Okay, so this is going to be like the sneaky... Where does that go? Who knows? Don't enter it, though. Concerts DLC. I think we've mentioned this a few times. That was a really fun DLC. And then who knows, man? Like, new developer... Might start seeing some recycled content from Cities 1 in a good way. You never know. What a police station. We need like a checkpoint almost, eh? Like a military checkpoint here. Not military, like police checkpoint. I think we'll maybe put one on the island, but... I like the industries in Park Life. Park Life was amazing. Park Life was really good because you could do, whether it was like an intended feature or a happy accident, you could snap your park pieces to your tram tracks if you made the park zone. I always thought that was the freshest, coolest, greatest idea. And then I loved the assets that were little park pieces where people were like playing chess and stuff in the park, right? Brilliant as well. I don't think you can move it mod underground. Maybe, I don't know. And then just like simply connect those, I guess. It's underground, like who cares really, right? Oh god, it looks terrible. What have you done? Oh no, 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 no. Oh my gosh, where did that tunnel even go, dude? What do you mean? I don't know what I did, but... what? Huh. Yes, okay. The game has a weird sense of humor about what it thinks is functional here. But, like, why, though? Do you know what I mean? Why do you need to be able to... Oh, for God's sakes, game. Like, please. Are we on the same side here or no? This is borderline offensive. I'm disappointed. No kitty pics in the package. Oh, my heaven to Betsy. Can't please them all, eh? I don't want to do a bridge. I feel like that's kind of like going against the mandate here. But how do we comfortably get this in where it doesn't look like a train wreck, you know? No, same thing happened again here. It's like, in air quotes, on the surface, but it's underground. So it's getting kind of funky here. I don't know how I've done this so comfortably in the past. It's literally a tunnel below water, so not like this is like revolutionary technology or something here, but something seems to be a little bit funky with this, eh? And of course, if we go too far below the ground, it just is like, you know, silly. Riverbrand. Wow, I really just cannot blend my words correctly today. Like having multi-purpose venues, stadiums, and arenas. Yeah, like I'd be okay. Like I don't know if it's like in air quotes seen as like bad, but like recycle the DLC from Cities 1. I would absolutely love to have like, you know, alternate ways to generate some income like that. Yeah, multi-purpose venues. It was a cute DLC, eh? Cute little mechanic and all that. Alright, we may have, out of nowhere, built this, oh gosh. No, don't celebrate yet. Oh, brother. Oh my gosh. This is like the rest of our stream now? No. Just, you stop. With a minus 20. No. Let's give it another real attempt here, but I don't know. Like, I don't really want to do a bridge, but is there an option for vehicle ferries? No, and that would be tremendous, but as far as the game is concerned, for services and delivery of, like, utilities, you have to have a connection. Like, self-sufficient isn't impossible, it's just very challenging. But having, like, you know, like Vancouver Island, like off the coast of like Vancouver, would be genuinely challenging. So that's why we have to like kind of cheat a little bit with this. You can put the pipes and wires across. Oh, totally. Then you have to have your own, like, you know, police station and whatnot. And, like, the fact that it won't talk to the region might be an issue. It's not the end of the world because it's just, like, a single police station, but... Tunnels are incredibly annoying. One of the dumbest things about vanilla tunnels in Skylines 2 is you can have a tunnel that you create that you cannot click back on because it's lower than the maximum tunnel depth. If you're like tunneling, if I start at the top of a mountain, for example, right, and try to tunnel my way down, I might not be able to click on the lower part because I end up going like too far down. And then without mods or whatever, I can't get, so yeah, at some point it just stops. We'll get to minus 50, and then it just stops. I can have a tunnel exist lower than minus 50 right here. But I can't click on it again. And then you're messing your own height up because you're in, like, a mountain, right? But the game thinks you're, like, so far below that, like, oh, but that's a tunnel in the mountain up here, and I can't go any lower. This is kind of getting risky here. That make any weird sense either? No, of course not. Is that high on the list of things to fix? Probably not, but... yeah, all this, like, terrain goofiness is, like, yikes. And so, yeah, this is kind of, like, in air quotes, the elegant solution to trying to, like, still make this feel like it's functional without going over the top. And having, like, police, fire, water, ambulance, like, all of that over here, you know? Which wouldn't be out of the question either, really, right? But... shoot, now I want multi-purpose venues, eh? But let Iceflake cook for a bit. I think their primary intention is just to make the game run, feel, and look better. Once those goals are accomplished, then we can start adding things like DLC. And like new mechanics, new thoughts. I think the game needs to be in a stronger position before you start, like, you know, loading it up with stuff. But I don't know enough about game development to make these kind of, like, statements confidently. Nor do I have any idea what's really planned. They're doing well. And, like, I didn't run into that problem that got hotfixed today, but a hotfix came out today already, and that's really awesome. So it seems like every few weeks we get a little, like, snippet, little preview of what they're working on, and we get excited for that. And then they, like, under-deliver. Wait, under-promise, over-deliver. I was like, wait, what's the better of the two? And then they usually follow up with a little hotfix if needs be. And we're not like left to kind of be like, oh, darn it, now I have to go back a thing, you know? All right, well, don't win any awards yet with this, eh? No. She's definitely not looking great, but potential. Potential for greatness here. And the start of what could be like another meme in our city, having Alcatraz, you know? So just remember, crime is illegal. If you do crime, you're going to jail. Cool. It's functional. It's not really what I thought. I don't think it looks terrible, though, but it is a bit of an eyesore almost, eh? Alcatraz. Well, I mean, sure. Is that jazz, baby? I don't know, eh? What else would go over here that would make sense? I want a theme to have deeper mechanics, like multi-purpose venues. Yeah. No, I'm with you there, eh? I'm literally with you for multi-purpose venues. Have you been to Alcatraz? I've not. I've seen it a few times, and it's always on my like bucket list. I just never get her done when I'm in San Francisco. San Francisco is one of my favorite American cities, by the way. Not that we're playing favorites, but it is one of the better. I like it, but it's like, what are you doing here with this, really, right? I don't know. What else could go here? John Mary! What up, dude? Welcome in. Hope you're well. Let me park on this one, but this needs something else to kind of make it feel correct. Otherwise, that is a very bizarre eyesore that might maybe need to be moved to like a different island. I don't know. I am open to suggestions and thoughts, though, if you guys have them. Get to manage the stock and delivery. I literally would be all about all of that, eh? Like local production of more stuff that your city makes, a logical use of it. And like you could have a successful or unsuccessful you know, concert because you ran out of goods or whatever. I like that. I like it. Okay. All over the place here, starting to get some semblance, losing a bit of the plot with the prison, but I'm not unhappy with it. All right, we have a lot of money. Thank you for noticing. Let's spend some of this money on some downtown landmarks. Oh, the Grand Hotel. I love this asset. Looks very nice on the waterfront, too. Where do you want to live? Maybe, I want the view of the waterfront. I feel like that's fundamentally why the hotel would be down here. I don't want to block the view from, like, the cut-through of the art gallery. Oh, maybe this one lives... Yes. That's fantastic. Steven, some power production, eh? That would help beef up the island a little bit, wouldn't it? Nice view of the prison. That's what I mean. Like, what are we really doing, you know? Hi, I'm new to your city. What is that? That's where the bad boys and the bad girls live. Oh. I don't know, man. Does it need to be a tourist island? And does Alcatraz get moved over to, like, here? I don't know, man. We're, like, further out, even. And there was talk of, like, an island airport, which I don't think would even fit if we were to, like, you know, merge those two together. I just don't know. We need more time, and I don't have all the time for this, you know what I mean? Yeah, so an arena or a stadium concert venue receives goods and services that you manage, sort of like Rogers Arena. I'd be with that. May as well go full 60s build an expressway. That's like, we're trying to avoid that though. It's supposed to feel like an island. There's like an underground tunnel, eh, Ferenthis? Also, what up, dude? Welcome in. But I don't know, man. I think I need to kind of see how this feels on our next stream, but I am leaning to moving it. Making this into like a little touristy cute island. And then you gotta warn people, oh no, make sure you don't grab the ferry to Prison Island. You gotta get the ferry to Fun Island. Oh, okay. I don't have time to do time. Nixu, I don't even know how, but you must make more time. Get crafting. Alright, that'll just ponder in the back of my head and live rent-free for the next few days. As I lose sleep over whether we want it or not. National Gallery of Art. Art is beautiful to admire. I like that. That's cool. A rock star mansion. Oh, that's where I could live. Maybe I'm the rock star in this scenario. Beautiful. Art and culture coming to our city. Yeah, love it. Botanical garden, also a beautiful thought. See, I feel like, botanical garden. Yeah, no, I think, dudes, like, I've already sold myself on this now moving to here. Botanical garden, like, tourist little island here. That'd be so cute, right? And then I don't know, man, Rockstar Mansion. I don't know. Folks, what do you think, eh? I feel like this coming to here, that's the wrong side. That, like, just fits, in air quotes. It's much more, like, purpose-driven. And then are we in line with the city? I think so. I think the buildings are in line with the city. Lots of trees. Oh, this is imagine this is a like little actual botanical garden. And then the centerpiece is the botanical garden asset. Oh, okay. How do you get the symmetry to work here? Okay. Talk to me, Goose. There. I don't know. Maybe this is helpful for someone, but it's just moving through what feels like the writer's block. And I'm a very visual person, so we got to get some stuff down, like literally on paper, see how it feels, go from there. And then not be afraid to try stuff, right? These are all things that kind of like stop me sometimes. I'm worried to be like, oh, I don't like how that just turned out. Let's restart this little like recording or whatever, right? And I feel like because we're forcing ourselves to do this live, I can't just like stop the game, realize I built myself into like what feels like a little bit of a corner, and then I would restart armed with that knowledge. You can't do that really all the time, right? Okay. So again, keeping the green vibe. That's the main goal here. Putting some trees and whatnot in, and then just nice little parkettes. Yeah, something like that, eh? That's a good thought here. I'm sorry, not enough money? Not enough money? What did you put down that costs so much? I don't know. Oh, man. That looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. This is horrifying, but, you know, it looks better there, too. It does. It really does. It does. Okay, I need some taxpayers. Oh, cool. High-density offices. Ooh. Maybe in here. Let's see what that asset pack looks like. It's Nederlande. The Netherlands. And then North American. Okay. Now, you guys just need to have your connection re-established. Friends, thank you for hanging out. If you've been here for, like, the whole stream, really appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, hi. Hope your day's treating you well as well. If you are enjoying the show, don't forget to like the stream. Hit that like button. Subscribe for free. Following along. Come join us for some more. And whether you're watching live or on the VOD, stay hydrated. Them's are the rules, yo. Hydration, the currency of the future. Start stockpiling that water today. Start by stockpiling it inside of you. You're like, what is this? A PSA? Oh no, our money vanished. I had 5+ million. I didn't realize what we were actually buying cost-wise there. That was 1.6? Oh my god. And that was 1.6. Okay, that makes sense. That's basically all of your money between two buildings. So I think we're going to redo that little, like, tunnel because it's a hot mess. But just for the moment, I'm liking how that is starting to unfold. Office demand got used up right there. I'm going to throw a bit more of our industry in play. A little bit more gentle zoning. And I want to, like, take out some of these so it's not just super wall-to-wall. And then we can eventually come back in later and do the surface filler trick. And it looks like the train system is correct. So no one's really blocking or being in the wrong spot here. Goods are starting to gently accumulate here. Just over 10% capacity. But then the million-dollar question for me, though, has stuff gone in and out via boat? No, still not, eh? I don't know what's up with that. Transported goods by ship from the port. That's a cargo harbor. Maybe we have the wrong... No, what other asset would it be, eh? I think a cargo route needs to be made with the DLC assets, like the cranes. Yeah, like, does it though? Steven, like, maybe? I am so perplexed, eh? This ship-to-shore gantry crane moves cargo from containers between ships and the shore. Reach stackers. Okay. No, I'm gonna test it for the sheer. That's stack on a road? No way! Oh my god, that's the coolest thing ever. Steven, you might be onto something here, eh? So I'm gonna move this one down so the two of them are like right next to each other. Looks a bit more like port-esque. We'll use the move mod and cheat here. Okay, so that asset does not want to get moved by the move it mod. That may be just kind of a functionality thing, so the game doesn't bork out. We'll keep that one right there. And then for the interest of science, let's put a... Oh, yeah. Man, that is so wild if this is actually how it's going to work. And then I need one little skinny road so I can put one of these like aggregate kind of things next to it. Which is also a cool thought. Yeah, I'll do a little one way like that. I bet you, Steven, I bet you you're right here, eh? One second. Game, just please work with me. There should be a feature or a button you can push. You can rotate the direction that the snapping happens. Because I would like to snap against like that. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the one. Thank you. And then you are going to get your road back. And then I don't know if I want both of these like right next to each other like that. I think these guys here would need their own. Yes. Oh, I love that. Okay. Significantly better. And then can you choose what goes in here? Or it just kind of is that same... Okay. It'd be nice if like one of them was like, you know, coal. One of them was like iron or something like that, you know? No, Steven, I do believe you are onto something here, eh? So let's do narrow seaway, and we'll just simply attach these two together. We can kind of see what happens. Pathfinding is not a happy camper, eh? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, that's an interesting thought, too. I always feel like our mandate is to like get it functional, and then we can make it pretty afterwards. But let's just get this talking and see if we can make something of this. So, create a route. Yes. Oh, they're both gonna go that. That's oh yes, yes. That is much better, eh? That's cool. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, we're so cooking now, dude. No way. There's topographic lines in this game, like city skylines, yes. And awkwardly, those had to be like patched in after. It wasn't even like at launch that you got those, eh? You need a marina? Yes, yes we do. Oh look, it's a littler boat. Yeah, I want this to, like, none of it has to be, like, not all of it has to be functional, so that's what I'm trying to say, but I want this to feel just like a working harbor, though. And that should be actual goods out the door. Incredible. Incredible. Steven, you've uncovered it. Literally, you've uncovered it. Wow. So this part here, over the top. But we'll keep it, but effectively, this is not helping us unlock anything. It just looks cool. Bravo indeed. Dominic DeCoco. And look, industry port traffic at our current level, very sustainable, very real feeling. No one's like super in the way of each other. The one-way system is functional. Traffic lights doing their jazz. Oh, that's cool. Man, that's cool, eh? Skrizzle! Hello there. Skrizzle, look, we got boat stuff happening, eh? That is nifty to look at. Oh, look how cute that is. Yeah, it's like a little boat. Little boats. Little boats. Island Airport is going to be bigger than we think it's going to be, but Island Airport, I'm on board for that as a thought as well, eh? Oh, that's so nifty, especially with the train coming through there. I like that. All right, well, man, once upon a time, there was literally talk of, like, getting the metro started. I don't think that's, like, out of the question, but time is starting to get a little bit away from us, eh? Where would Island Airport go? Oh, God. We could probably, like, make our own island out here if we needed to. Or, like, I don't know if it's, like, in good taste to, like, you know, rebuild the river. But we could make our own new island, but I was hoping for, like, an Airports DLC style where we could just get our own. No, that's not terrifying, actually. Okay. But then, like, that would make sense, too. Ooh, that is very nice right there, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right on, like, the edge. I wasn't planning on buying us an airport right now, but food for thought, though, eh? Because you got to buy the tiles, make it a little bit more easy to work with. Can you map this starting at a half-inch rebar in pile of stones being used as the northwest corner of the southwest corner of the southeast quarter of section 6? Skrizzle, what are you saying to me? There's 2 islands in this, one behind you. Like, you mean this little one here? Because that would also work. We're just kind of, like, far away from the city, though. And I feel like the smaller airport wants to kind of be more, like, you know, city center. And then you have your super-sized international airport on the outskirts. Weren't you just saying how great traffic was here? Yeah, I was. Look what happened, eh? Oh, my God. What did you do? I didn't do anything. Oh, my God. Oh, they're going in a circle like that. Oh, that's cute. That's kind of my own fault for the, way I've zoned that, so I'm going to pop that on the other side. What do you mean road required, bro? Hello? What do you think you're attached to right now, eh? I don't know. Alright, well, just leave her be. Guess what year that survey description is from? I want to say like 1892. That's the random number that just popped into my head there. Alright, so a metro yard possibly over here. Or we have metro kind of be in this pocket. Having the metro be an extension of, like, where the small town kind of people, like, work and live, I don't think that's, like, a terrible thought if we loop through here. On that side of the road, that is nice and straight. Okay. I'm going to put this in just to get the ball rolling on our assets here. And this looks kind of nifty, I think, on the outskirts of the city anyhow, but you guys got to, like, give me some thoughts on this. What I'm hoping for, though, is some elevated metro and some underground metro. But our city itself doesn't have like a lot of that's from 2019. Oh my God. There's a small rural airport on the workshop. Okay. I'm not opposed to that too. I am still kind of the thought that maybe, like, keep it a bit more vanilla still with the updates rolling out so frequently, but that wouldn't be impossible to scale back from. Okay. I'm going to throw a few more services about. Just do one little quick check again here as we wrap up. We're getting close to the end of today, all over the place, but I think we made some good progress. We do want to increase domestic production of electricity. That's a tongue twister. Water's okay. Health and death care, not too shabby. Could use maybe a little bit more death care in the small town region, but recycling holding on strong. Fire, not bad, not bad. Our one little fire station for the port might be expanded upon, but for the moment, helicopter's non-existent, but that's also on the docket. Police, I don't know why we're getting such a an issue over here. Everyone just goes to the crime has been committed here. Bro, crime is illegal. Don't people know that? Huh. Okay, well, if crime is being committed right here, we're going to take a bite out of crime with McGruff, the crime dog. Take that, criminals. Skrizzle, to think that someone got paid more money than, like, all of us combined to, like, name that, and then someone got paid even more money than that person to approve that. What a wild thought, eh? Citizen well-being, in the grand scheme, not terrible. Density's a little bit high here, and I think the services are getting slightly stretched, so maybe one more. French City Hall, Japanese City Office, that looks cool. Let's put one of these in. That's our power line corridor. That looks very nice there, and that kind of helps us, like, establish why the road got a bit wide. We like that. And then a welfare center, please. Citizen Service Center. That's a very nice looking asset as well. And I wonder if we got rid of this little side road, if that maybe is enough room in here. Oh, look at that, eh? She's a bangerang there, buds. Yeah, it's nice. And then I think that's screaming for a park too, eh? Game. There we go, thank you. Oh, that fits, like, that fits too well to not use it. That's nifty. I went into the parking lot there. Very cute. And that's a spot for some trees, sure. Yeah, I mean, the detailing's not too intimidating if we kind of treat it like this level of detailing. This makes me feel happy. And this feels, like, approachable and, like, you know, if we're looking for a little, like, oh, you know, gotta kill some time while we raise some money. Go plant some trees, baby. Okay. Very cute and looking much better. Okay, so schooling, we have fallen behind. I don't think that's a terrible thing. We have, like, young minds to educate. We have the money and the means to do it, so checkmate. I'm just looking for, like, where's coverage kind of sparse? You always think you're pointing down too many elementary schools until you see, like, in real life, the presence. And you're like, that's a school? Oh, okay. Additional classrooms. Oh, that's cute. Annex building. That's also cute. An art and music building. Adorable and dorky. And then we can build that out and put a park next to it, too. Sure. Also, I want to say, now that we've let the dust kind of settle a bit, I'm happy we moved the prison over. That was a really fun thought to start, but that's kind of twice now, where we've just kind of started something, and then, like, halfway through, I'm like, oh my god. But then it's been, like, a happy ending. And I feel like we're trying to stress that, like, don't let one or two things, like, just stop your city. You know, don't get the ick from, like, one mismatched intersection, and you're like, I gotta start again. Like, don't, you know? I'm pushing through that, too. We're doing this together. I don't know who needs to hear these kind of motivational things, but, like, yeah. We're at it together. We can make it work. A dog activity park. Very precious. And I wanted this to be like a playground. That's a great asset as well. There's some really nice parks in here, eh? That's cool. Steven! Steven, thank you very much. I was looking earlier on trying to figure out how to get the pop-up to happen, and I'm not sure what I need to make the actual pop-up besides the jingle sound, but that is very generous and helpful. That Head Out Jedi, much love. Very much enjoying the YouTube stream series. Can't wait for the next one. Dude, thank you. That's like above and beyond. If you guys have some hearts or something to throw in chat or some kind words for Steven, we appreciate that. Help us getting through the old workday, you know? Very generous, Sweet Bean. I wish I had not just broken that poor road like that, but oh well. Oh golly, give me longer housing assets there, eh? Oh, I see what happened. Oh. I always want to stress, guys, there's no need to go above and beyond like that, but it's very helpful when you do. But you have to be in a spot to be able to afford a few shekels. But it's hitting the like button and showing up. We appreciate it, you know? More helpful than you even know. But stuff like that, it's above and beyond. Above and beyond the call. Oh, yeah, see, that's much better, eh? Yeah. And then do you have a playground where I spent most of my days? It's just a find it mod right here. Okay, so playground for the kids. A little bit of sports stuff nearby, so I don't think we need too much overlap of that, but... Oh, a little community pool! I was very fortunate. When I was growing up in middle school, like, many of the schools I went to, we had pools, and I just assumed that was a normal thing, but not everybody had that, eh? That's really pleasant. Now, I know we're very gridded here, and it's kind of like, you know, not a lot of rhyme or reason. It's just kind of like a few city blocks looking fresh, but it's a good-looking city, though, isn't it? I like that we've been using the same British house a lot. It feels a little bit Canadiana, even to me. Our prison, it looks so much better there, doesn't it? I love that we've got the little botanical garden / like sanctuary island, whatever we're going to call this. This belongs to the squirrels. I love it. And we just crossed over 1 million again. What's something really expensive and silly we can put in here? Oh, that's such a cute idea. Western observation tower to go on our little sanctuary island. Okay, that's a little bit overlap the tree assets, but that's kind of what I'm going for. Oh, that's cute, actually. Yep, there you go. That's your reason to go to the island. Oh, that's so pleasant. I keep thinking it's Friday. Yesterday felt like Friday. Today feels like Friday. We sometimes, you know, the date's wrong, but I don't know. I could be convinced. Okay, now what's one last silly expensive item that we could buy that would make us feel so great? The Fountain Plaza wants to go in the center of our Magic Roundabout system. That's just outside of our budget. The Ferris wheel would be so heckin' cute out here. I don't know if that's overdoing it, though. The Ferris wheel might live maybe in, you know, the old dock area. Yeah, this is the Ferris wheel, literally right here, buds. That's the old... And so as far as, like, old dockland still goes, we have our first pier in place here. And if I'm not mistaken, we can actually extend this. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, no way! Oh, that's cool. A bus terminal. What? Shut the front door. No way. You can have buses. Oh my god. How is the water in the community pool already yellow? Oh my god, get out of here. Oh my god. That's so cool. Oh, man. We've turned a corner here. This game just constantly leaves me with that feeling of wanting more. I started off a little bit all over the place. I didn't think we'd get this kind of like hype and momentum, but fantastic, everyone. All right, let's see how that one looks right there. That might fit rather nicely, if I can get that. Yes, thank you. This is us trying to build up more of the density in the skyline. Tavish McSlip! I know you. What up, dude? Man, this game, like, gosh, eh? Took a little bit of time to get to this point, but it already feels like that's in the rearview mirror, you know? Like the awkward launch and stuff. I don't know. It's almost like it's worth more to have like a No Man's Sky kind of like story evolve out of this game, you know, than it is to have like a functioning product off the get-go. Careful what you wish for, I guess, right? But that's very stark. That's very, like, industrious. I feel like that fits here, but I need something else to kind of, like, make it feel correct. So that could, I know enough to know that I know nothing. It's funny you mentioned that. This is free to relocate, so we can play, yeah, there you go. And that's the Metro yard that still wants to figure itself out. Metro will have to start kind of, like, moving into, the forefront. I'm falling behind on some of it, but still got to figure out trying to get the trains through the waterfront as we add more pieces to it. Extending the northern train line. Redemption arcs are the best. Everyone loves a comeback. You want to cheer for the underdog, right? A lot of major franchises are having like a tough time getting the sequel out. And these are the kind of games that you want them to thrive and succeed. Thrive and survive, so that more companies can try building city builders, which makes it a better, you know, world for the consumer. I want to buy the cathedral here, but we are effectively out of time. Amazing how that just happens, eh? All right, we'll toss down like 1 or 2 more signature buildings, and then let's get out of here. And if this has left you wanting more, then we'll see you again on Friday. And if not, you've probably already left. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe you'll give us another shot. Yeah, right. I don't know. That's kind of it for signature buildings. Well, I guess that's kind of it. That is the one. All right, well, island out of nowhere. Prison kind of out of nowhere. Relocation to a better spot, but yeah, the skyline got jazzed up. The port area is becoming more functional. Population didn't really move too much today, but that's okay. And it's just, yeah, little bits at a time. All over the place at once, apparently. And I do have somewhat of the bigger picture in place here, but I don't know, man. I feel like I'm a little bit rusty or something, eh? Just got to keep on pushing. Don't let stuff slow us down. Keep on experimenting. Great feedback today. Really appreciate all the support. And, yeah, drop me a comment if you guys are watching. I'm slow to respond to them. I don't mean to be a bad boy, but I'm really appreciative of the comments, and I'm just having so much fun with this, so hopefully you are too. All right, that's it. Just 5 more minutes. This game, dude, every freaking stream I say that, it's just 5 more minutes, and you can never get enough in those 5 minutes. You just want 5 more minutes after that, which is never enough. Ugh, I love it. All right, that is it. Imperial Jedi checking out. If you enjoyed today's stream, hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed. Otherwise, I don't know how else you got here. Come check on us again. We'll be live on Twitch later. That's it. Love, peace, and hair grease, Canada. Checking out, y'all. Have a great rest of the day.